Welcome to the show. We just have a few more conference games left in the Drover softball season before the SAC tournament. And today we have our only senior, Liz Agpalo, on the show to talk about the season. This is In the Saddle.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to the show. Today we have our only softball senior, Liz Agpalo, on the show. Welcome.
Hello.
We have two conference doubleheaders left. The season, how do you feel like the season has gone?
The season's gone really great. At the beginning, we have had a couple of rough spots coming together as a team, a lot of younger players that are new. Most of our team is new. And but by the end, we finally pulled together. We still have a couple of rough patches up and down, but for the most part, it's gotten a lot better. We've surprised a lot of teams.
Well, we definitely play in a tough conference with several teams in the top 25, and we have to play at number 3 Oklahoma City on Saturday. So how do you guys prepare for these top-ranked teams?
Well, like we did with Lubbock Christian and a couple of the other schools, we found out what their pitchers were going to throw, and we make our pitchers throw that. Like Lubbock, they threw a lot of outside, so our pitchers threw nothing but outside the week before. And our coach, whenever we were setting up practice and stuff, it would be outside pitches, outside pitches. And it was just basically focused on what their pitchers are going to throw us, what we were going to see, so that way we weren't surprised when we were at the plate.
And this is your second season at USAO as a hitting pitcher. So I guess at the plate, you do a great job. You lead the team in batting average right now, and you're second in RBIs and home runs. So what's your role at the plate?
At the plate, a lot of people think my role was, or my focus was home runs, especially after last year. But at the beginning of the season, I was in a batting slump. I couldn't buy a hit to save my life. But my role is mostly, since I'm at the lower end of the lineup, isn't so much to get myself on base, but it's to bring other people around, whether it's by a base hit or by a fly ball to the outfield that brings someone in for an RBI. My role is just to advance the runners.
In the circle, you've thrown more than 40 strikeouts this season. You have 8 wins. So what's your role there?
My role in the circle is mostly to keep the batters off, just keep them off. We have a lot of other pitchers like Nisha, she pitches outside pitches. Brooke has a drop ball. My focus is inside pitches, and it's just the point of us having different kind of pitchers is just to keep them off balance, that if they get a hold of one of us, that we can switch someone in who's completely opposite. And so my role is just to kind of keep them as off balance as I can.
And you said that you and Coach have been working on a particular pitch this
Yes,
season.
At the beginning of the season, my worst pitch has been my curveball for a while, and Coach has been working with me, and I've liked the style, I've liked what she's changed on it, and it's a pitch I actually feel comfortable with throwing, when about 3 or 4 weeks ago I had no faith in it whatsoever, and I've actually told Coach I trust my curveball to throw in a game.
So you're one of the lucky girls who's good at both pitching and batting. So which do you prefer?
Well, I love pitching. I get to touch the ball every pitch, basically. And so it's good to feel like you're in control. But whenever they do get a solid hit, it is mostly my fault. I miss my spot or something along those lines. So I absolutely love pitching because the pressure is mostly on me, and I love feeling that pressure. But batting, it's such a challenge because it is a rate of failure, and you only get about 3 chances a game to do something. But honestly, I would say batting's probably my favorite just because of how much of a challenge it is, because I get to pitch the ball every pitch, and I can control that. But batting, like I say, you only get 3 chances to prove yourself.
And being able to be at the plate was one of the reasons that kind of brought you to USAO. So tell us about that.
At my junior college, my coach didn't believe or really believe that pitchers should or could bat for themselves. And coming here, Coach let me try to bat for myself, and I got to prove that I could hit, and she continued to let me hit, which has been an amazing thing for me.
And you said the other reason was the big science program. You're really big.
Yes, my coach Liz Agpalo at my last college, I hadn't even heard of USAO, and she told me, she was like, I have this coach that I know, and I want you to go try out for her team. I was like, okay. And when I came down here, I enjoyed the team. The first person I met was actually Jessica Horton, who was just this funny little girl who made it enjoyable and made me realize that the program here was fun, and that I got to see a lot from the coach. And when I got to take a tour around the school, I got to meet a lot of the science teachers and find out what the program is about. And it was going to be a challenging and hard program, and that's what I was excited about, because I felt like I actually could go somewhere with the program here instead of some schools who don't focus that much on science.
Well, that's great. And you're our only senior on the team this year. We had senior day yesterday, and but you're not done at USAO. You're facing now your toughest year.
Yes, I am facing my toughest year. I was hoping to GA, but that's not looking so well now, just because I am taking some of the toughest classes with Dr. Lush, who a lot of people know is one of the hardest teachers here.
Yes.
But I wouldn't have it any other way. She's a great teacher. But I am a little nervous, but I'm excited at the same time, because it's going to be harder classes that are going to challenge me. And so it's just something I've got to buckle down and focus on.
Well, I'm sure you'll do a great job, and we're looking forward to a great job out of the Drovers in the conference tournament. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
Now it's time for Fan of the Week. Each week we pick our Fan of the Week who wins an awesome t-shirt and is recognized on our show and on our Facebook page. To be a Fan of the Week, like the In the Saddle link or Fan of the Week photo on Facebook on the USAO Drovers Facebook page. Last week's Fan of the Week was Kelsey Krieger. Again, congratulations. And this week's Fan of the Week is our former host, George Plummer. Congratulations, George. We miss you. Well, that's our show. We just have a few more left before the end of the season. So we'll see you next time on In the Saddle.
She's like